Welcome back. Episode 365, Nitty Gritty Sports Talk Radio Show. I go by the name of Roscoe English, and of course, I'm here with the flock. Got my guy Keys with me.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling out there?
My man Nick.
Yo.
And of course, last but not least, Keith PJ.
Send the video, Scott.
The video. How you keep repeating yourself? Send the video.
Send the video, man.
Hey, man. Niggas is young and rich. Niggas is young and rich. All right.
The video.
Cue up this video. The Colts defeat the Steelers 30-13. Mitchell Trubisky completed 16 passes for 169 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. Gardner Minshew, 18 completions, 215 yards, 3 tugs. I knew this was going to happen. In this fashion. When Mike Tomlin said, hey, we're preparing for this game like it's a playoff game, I said, oh, word. When the last time we won one of them? Why would you prepare in that fashion? Why would you do that? I mean, this was really bad from start to finish. Like, ignore the 13-0 lead. Like, that meant nothing. Mike Tomlin wins the coin toss and says, fuck it. We go on offense. This offense that we have currently constructed in 2023, he says, we're going to go on offense. We're going to be aggressive. 3 and out. 3 and out. Quick 3 and out. Word, Mike. Cool. Move the ball on offense a little bit on the second drive. Then you get a block punt at the half-yard line. That's your 13-0 lead. And the defense decided to say, you know what? Fuck it. The Colts proceeded to score 30 unanswered points. 30 unanswered points. Couple quick points. No, not at all. Friday I said, yo, we're gonna lose this game.
Damn, this go from October hearing this shit. Goodness.
Yo, it's crazy, right? So it's crazy because I do look back at the being 7-4, and granted, it wasn't a pretty 7-4, but you were competitive and you were winning games, and you literally had, for the players in the locker room, you had your own destiny in your hands. 7-4, you got what was back then an easy schedule. I could have never expected this fall off. I could not like this. See, my issue is not losing. I don't care about, like, all right, niggas lose. We're not competitive on either side of the ball. And that's where the coaching has to come in. You can lip service and all of that shit about preparing and doing that, but you're getting the same outcome every single week. Man, them 2 offensive coordinators that we got, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Did y'all see how we closed out the half?
Yeah, bad. Horrible.
I've never seen anything like it, yo. Outside of Madden. And we compare a lot of shit to Madden. That literally was the 3 straight times downfield. No rhyme or reason. Just chucked it. So you get aggressive before half. Then the third quarter comes, and we're down 11, and we're inside in a dome, and we have one of the best kickers. And you say, no, I don't like what happened the play before. Punt. I don't even understand that logic, y'all. Can y'all help me understand that? Like, okay, you fucked up on 3rd down. So instead of taking points, you punt?
Yeah, the 3rd and long, right? It was 3rd and 17 or something like that. Instead of just throwing a little screen and trying to get 8 to 10 yards or something like that and kick the field goal. It's coaching.
Well, yeah, and that's what he said. And he said he wanted to check down and he didn't like what happened, so we punted. But you were still in field goal range. It was a 57-yard kick inside. You have Chris Boswell.
He just hit the upright, though.
I mean,
he was scared. I mean,
that's his first one of the year, but really,
he lost trust in Boswell.
And for one extra point, one extra
I mean,
point.
I definitely would have kicked the field goal. I'm just saying I would have kicked the field goal. I would have told them in the earpiece that make sure you at least get 5 yards in this, because the plan is for us to get 3 points here. I feel like that's what y'all lacking now, is just communication.
Poorly communicated, because if you wanted to check down, Mitch didn't get that. He threw it out of bounds. It wasn't even a pass that George could make a play on. Threw that shit to a fan. So then after that happens, the Colts ran the ball 13 fucking times in a row. You talking about Shane Steichen saying, yo, them niggas over there is bitches, and we gonna prove it. 13 times in a row for 70 yards.
And what about the drive before the half? So what about the drive before the half when they went down in 22 seconds or some shit like that? It scored? Or what was it? 40 seconds? How many seconds?
Yeah, because I mean, you talking about an offense that they did lose. They lost Michael Pittman and they lost Moss, and they turned up after that with Ty Montgomery, who ain't been in the fucking league. He was in Moscow somewhere. Trey Sermon ain't ran that hard since Ohio State. So it was a horrible display of football, and everything points back to coaching. The decisions being made. Minka didn't have the green dot. Now, he ended up getting hurt. Why? Minka didn't have the green dot. What are we doing? You talking about
who had the green dot?
Don't nobody know. I don't know. They just said Minka didn't have it. So when you're having communication problems, can't play man to man because you don't have the personnel for that. Got to play zone. And in the zone, if your communication is shit, you're going to get tore the fuck up. They can't pass off receivers to save their life. They're getting gashed. How many times Mykal Walker going to get gashed by a running back coming out the backfield? Adjustments, coaching.
I mean, well, he's not an NFL.
Yo, was coaching good when y'all was 7-4 with that mediocre ass team?
Can I ask me that?
Y'all been mediocre all year. It's like listening to this. It's like you had like something happened overnight. Yo, y'all sucked all year, bro.
Can't ask me that. I said we were competitive. We were
against bad teams,
and
you're facing better teams now.
We were even competitive against Jacksonville. Only times we weren't competitive.
Jacksonville wasn't really competitive. They just was doing dumb shit in the red zone.
Well, they do dumb shit, period.
That's true.
But we were competitive, except Houston and San Francisco.
What you're seeing now is teams not beating themselves anymore. Once you stop beating yourselves, it's really easy to beat the Steelers. Same with the Ravens. Once you stop dropping 15 passes in a game, it's kind of easy to beat the Steelers.
But communication, that wasn't present early on. That's the difference.
I mean, like I said,
that's the difference.
Go ahead, my fault.
No. I was the communication. Mm-hmm. We weren't a great team to begin with. So if you don't have communication, if you can't line up right, if it's handful of pre-snap penalties, 3 holds in a row, you never gonna win like that. We already behind the 8 ball as soon as somebody score 14 points.
Yeah, I mean, I once y'all got to the 7-4 with the stretch y'all coming, I thought y'all would have more wins. But I mean, I've said before, I didn't think that. Like I say, I think all y'all star players are old. That's never a recipe for success to me. They in there, except for TJ is probably right in the middle of his prime. So I think all y'all best, especially all y'all best players, also been on defense on one side of the ball. Exactly, it's not gonna help either. But as far as the communication, that coincided with Holcomb going out. He was the green dot. And then once he got hurt, everything with the shit. Then not to say that it'd have been better with him there, but you can see where it's really a hole now. When he got hurt, and then Quan went out, so it was like.
And Quan went out the week after.
Yeah,
Quan went out the week after. It's. But my thing with that is everybody else's next man up policy works.
Yeah, it's bad roster building. As much credit as you want, as much credit if you want to get a GM, it's bad roster building. When you if Walker and whoever's your backup quarterback and Thompson, whoever's your backup safety, is just bad. This is a bad roster.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Everybody else next man up. Somebody gets hurt on another team, they can plug in. And I'm not saying they full blown starters, but they hold the ship down. Like one injury for us, and it's a wrap.
How you feel about Mason?
Yo, I actually felt bad for him Saturday. That's a grown man, dog. Yo, it's 5 minutes left in a blowout. Why now?
If Mason come in and lead y'all to the playoffs, I want the Mason talk to stop.
I want all this talk to stop. Like, what are we doing?
Fam.
This nigga suck.
Fam. No. He's not good. Mitch not good. Kenny not good. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad, man. 13 fucking times in a row. Can you just think about that? What year ever could you say, yo, niggas ran the ball on Pittsburgh 13 times and got 70 yards? Held the ball for 9 minutes. You want to talk about a standard? Man, please. Man, please. And then I'm sick of his fucking his post-game conferences and the next day conference. You know, sometimes you drink wine and sometimes you squish grapes, and we've been squishing grapes lately, and I want to drink wine. Mike, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, when I read that shit was funny. I was
like
stop. He just trying to amuse that, but he trying to mask what's going on. He knows that team is terrible. The roster's bad. Everything.
I went to Mason Rudolph and said, "Hey, can we ride your sleigh? Really? You joking at a fucking time like this, my nigga?"
I think he's known from the jump what it was. When he first said, "Yo, we have to embrace winning ugly," he kind of knew what that meant. Nobody wants to win ugly.
No.
It's ugly.
No.
Nobody wants to stress against the lesser teams in the NFL.
No.
But that's y'all.
And it's been a culmination.
He knows what it is.
Yeah.
But, to your point, a lot of it does fall on him for not pivoting. We talk about this time week in, week out. We used to talk about this with the Ravens. Like, see a problem, address the problem. It's not well, let's give him another chance. Let's wait till next year and see if we add this element. No. Ass is ass. When you see it, you can tell it. When you see Buffy walking down the street, you know what that is. You do.
And I don't like the theory.
Not keeping Patrick out there longer than what he should have instead of going to Joey earlier. Like you said, to Nick's point, just he don't know how to make adjustments.
Like, how long did I come in? It's like, yo, what are y'all looking for? Like?
There's no reason Matt Canada should have started the season. If you valued Kenny Pickett and thought he was that guy, which I never thought he was that guy, but there's Steelers people that believe that he could be that guy. If you believe that he's that guy, give him everything that he could possibly have to ensure that you see whether he's that guy or not. Now you're stuck in this horrible place where you're in excuse land. Oh, well, we thought Canada could be an answer, but he's not an answer. So maybe we have to look for another offensive coordinator to see if Kenny can be that guy. So now you're going to waste another season with the evaluation when you could have did that this year and moved on if he wasn't cutting it. But now you have the OC excuse, and now Sko, as a fan, it's not right to Sko because you stringing along the fans with the bullshit, and like this does happen all the time.
And the problem is, we all can clearly see it. Like, you're not even fooling us. Like, niggas wasn't how many them heart attack games when y'all was like watching, I forgot what game it was, and y'all was like, yo, I can't do this shit every week. Yo,
it was a Jacksonville game, I think.
One of them games.
Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, it was bi-weekly. I don't even get emotion watching them niggas, yo. I don't. And it's just 1 year. I know people, other fan bases, but my thing was you waited too fucking late to move. This ain't even last year. This has been years in the making. Mm-hmm. Years in the fucking making. When we gave up 45 points to Jacksonville, shit should have changed then. And it didn't. Mike, it's time to go. I don't know how many times I can say this. It is time to go. Whether you quit, they give you that ultimatum, marriage got to be over.
Or Khan got to just become more assertive. Tomlin, like if he says, Tomlin, you can, same thing we were saying last offseason with the Ravens, like Harbaugh can stay, but all this, having autonomy over his coaching staff, we're going to have to start forcing some issue.
Yeah, so I saw a theory before I get to y'all game. I'm saying multiple theories. So one was Rooney says, hey, you can come back but you have no control over anything but coaching. I said that a couple weeks ago. Like, I'm cool. If Tomlin want to come back, he can't control shit. Can't control nothing. You've proven that you can't hire anybody. Like, we have some of the worst assistants known to man.
Yeah, I mean,
in any sport.
to be somewhere 17 years and have no coaching tree says a lot.
Sean McVay got a coaching tree in like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, they was hiring niggas just for knowing them.
It just sucks because
crazy, yo.
After Ben, you in this weird spot where you're too good to rebuild, but you're not good enough to ignore rebuilding. And it's like, if you want to maximize that, you don't bring back Matt Canada, who had beef with your Hall of Fame quarterback to begin with. What makes you think he's going to just make the young quarterback blossom?
I wouldn't have brought him back when he threw Ben under the bus. That's Ben.
Give Kenny everything that he can handle, and if he can't kick it, then he got to go. But now you're going to waste next season, Scott.
So then, yeah, here's the other theory. Hey, Tomlin's contract is done next year. You can move on from Kenny after next year. So let's just bring those two back. Bring in the offensive coordinator that you want to maximize Kenny's potential with. But like you said, it's going to be a waste.
Tomlin not going to season on as a lame duck coach. He's just not going to do it.
They haven't, and they haven't read him up. So that's that's.
I mean, but so it's either he going to walk or they going to give him an extension. It's not going to be he coming in one year as a lame duck coach.
Gotta walk.
He's just not going to do it.
Gotta walk, man. Gotta walk.
Who are your top? Like as of today, if Tomlin walks, who's your top guys that you look at? Or is it too early?
Just off the top of my head, definitely offense. I'm not joking. I said it in the chat. I'm not joking about John Gruden. He's not number one, number two, but he should be on the list. Anybody that you can perch from fucking Kyle Shanahan. I know Kubiak's son is over there, but somebody that has an innovative offensive pedigree. You can't go defense again.
Would you like Houston's OC? Slowick? Yeah.
He did a lot with a little.
I think he's Shanahan tree, I believe. So
yeah, he followed D'Amico from San Francisco. Yeah. I would.
Sure, Kubiak's got a cousin or
Kubiak got a son. His son.
What's the name? Go get Nagy and reunited with Mitch. You ready?
No. Reunited with who?
Mitch.
Yo, Mitch is so bad, yo. Mitch is terrible. Did y'all see his feet on them throws, yo? I've never seen a quarterback throw and fade away. He throws and fade away every single time.
Mitch getting his checks. He don't care. He checked out. They asked him about his leadership. I knew what it was when they asked him about his leadership.
Now you see why.
That's okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like Mitch is not. I don't know what Mitch be doing, man. I just feel like Mitch. Goddamn, Mitch. Like, what you doing?
In a bad scheme,
what do you see?
When the scheme is bad and you get a play that gets you open, you gotta hit it. He airmailing it. He throwing behind Pat Fry move. It's all bad, And I'm gonna talk more about these niggas later. But we got more football to talk about. Baltimore defeats Jacksonville 23-7. Lamar Jackson, 14 completions, 171 yards, touchdown, and a pick. Trevor Lawrence, 25 completions, 264 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, we talked about it on Friday. I talked about it on Friday. You just had to go in there and just lay on them. You pretty much physically dominated the game. You did what you had to do. A road win. It don't matter if it's sloppy. You want to go in there, you want to do what you got to do. You keep your foot on the pedal, you take care of business, and like we said, you win this game. Got the 49ers next week, but if you win your home games after that, you are the number one seed, and like I said, that's what everybody's shooting for. I mean, it wasn't a clean game. Offense left way too many points. Had to take 3 in the red zone way too many times. Left points on the board. Should have really blew Jacksonville out, like completely blew them out yesterday. But left too many points on the board, and on the defense side, they didn't. They gave it too many first downs. It's like Jacksonville was on any third and short, second and short. Third, they was Jacksonville was moving the ball all day. They was moving the ball between the 20s all day. They just wasn't good enough team to convert. The defense stiffened up in the end. So shout out to them. They played relatively well. They like I said, they let them move the ball in the 20s way too much. like I said, it's nothing to be, upset about. Harbaugh ain't do nothing crazy. I think we'll get it. We'll get in. We'll start talking about somebody. Pretty sure I mentioned Ronnie. I'm he's not the answer, especially this week coming up with Young and Bosa. You got to start Makari out there. He's getting worse every game. They keep on saying the injury is getting better. He's going to get better. It's going to heal. He's going to get stronger. It's not. He's. I don't know if you even could play him this year because he's getting ridiculous the amount of pressure he's letting Lamar get. Like I said, the biggest takeaway from this game is Keaton, man. You can't even be you happy the Ravens clinch, but it's like, damn, just when he's starting to look great, just when he's in the game, the offense looks great, and then you gotta deal with that bullshit. So that's you can be really high about the game, but at the same time, it's like, oh, damn, you lost another big piece. Like you can't catch a break. You can't. It's like the Ravens can't have nothing nice, man. But next man up, so we got to figure it out. Nobody wants to see Melvin Gordon fumbling the damn ball in the playoffs. So we need to do something. But yeah, that's my biggest takeaway from the game is Keaton. Ravens did what they had to do, get a road win, winning games that you need to win come December.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with all the points made. Last week kind of talked about how Jacksonville, their run defense was probably their most solid part of their defense. But they hadn't seen a dual threat quarterback like Lamar. And yesterday we were able to gash them, with physical runs, zone runs, and quarterback scrambles. I mean, we ran for 251 yards. Lamar amounted for 97 of those. I mean, it's something that you just can't account for weekly if you don't see it weekly. We are the top ranked rushing offense in the league. So yes, the Keaton injury news was horrible. Kind of knew it when it happened, what it was, and it's just sick. But yeah, it's next man up for everybody. I mean, can't really do anything about it now. Just hope the young man heals up. They said there was no cartilage damage in the torn ACL, so a relatively clean ACL tear. Not the best news, but it's the best news.
He was averaging 8 yard a carry. Like, jeez.
Yeah, but I mean, we gotta pivot. That means Justice Hill, he's gonna have to start getting the mesh point right. He can't keep fumbling off of RPOs. Melvin Gordon, he's gonna have to provide some veteran type of experience, especially in those playoff moments. Maybe we look at Leonard Fournette. We just gotta persevere. We ain't the only people dealing with injuries, so it is what it is. Talk about the lineman issues. Not only is Ronnie Stanley a lemon, Morgan Moses is as well. Like we don't have any tackles other than Makari, and he's like our utility guy, so to speak. And it's disheartening because what the cap hit is, and then you look at since the extension, we just had an unfortunate go at it with Ronnie Stanley. We haven't gotten any return on investment. Literally has not been able to provide us one solid season since his injury, which is of course not his fault. But think about it from a business perspective, a fan perspective. It is what it is. We're gonna have to move on soon because part of the urgency and need for tackle play is we want to keep our $200 million investment upright. So sorry, don't mean to be mean, but Ronnie, you got to play better or you got to go. And it's starting now. I mean, he was even benched yesterday, and they've been talking about giving him a pitch count and giving him series off. Once you talk about giving somebody a series off, he needs to just take games and seasons and just retire off. Like, what are we doing? Shout out to Justin Matabuki, made history last night with his 12th sack. I think 11 straight games with at least a half a sack, ties the NFL record, which is huge. He almost had another sack, but they called intentional grounding. So he's given Aaron Donald like impact. If we don't re-sign him, we're stupid. I don't care what we have to do, whether it's re-sign him, franchise tag him this year and figure it out next year. I don't know. But I don't want to hear nothing about Patrick Queen. I don't want to hear nothing about Geno Stone. I don't want to hear about this guy and that guy unless that guy is signed long term. You don't find Aaron Donald just walking down the street. And we've been looking for pressure, interior pressure. It's not a coincidence that we lead the league in sacks and we finally got somebody to get interior pressure. When he's getting interior pressure, that makes Clowney's job easier. That makes Oweh's job easier. All of those guys on the edge. So got to definitely secure him, and looking forward to next Monday on Christmas, man. It's gonna be a tough task. Could be a Super Bowl preview. I don't want to get too high on low, I think we have some good margin of error, as far as the number one seed. I think we can afford to lose a game. I don't want to go into it thinking we're losing, but we could lose a game if we need to. I just want to get out this game and just compete. If we win, we win. But I think we can beat them regardless, whether we win or lose. We can beat them in a Super Bowl type atmosphere regardless. So let's just have fun, stay healthy, and compete and show what we can do out there, and let the chips fall with it, man.
Yeah, definitely. Nick alluded to the running game at halftime. We had 12 rushes for 47 yards. Second half, we had 30 rushes for 204 yards. So you rushed for over 200 yards in the second half. Just putting your will on them. They couldn't do nothing with us. You scored the final 13 points of the game, scoring all your final fourth quarter drives. Your 3 fourth quarter drives, you got points on each drive. So just starting to establish that December and January football, like you're going to have to be able to run the ball. You're going to have to be able to control the clock. You look at the deep pass from Lawrence to Agnew. What do we come out on the next possession and do? 5 straight runs. You move the ball. You start to change field position. You drain some of that clock. And so you're looking at a Ravens team that's won 8 out of the past 9. They're rolling, like Nick alluded to, big game Monday night. But going back to yesterday, I mean, I've been saying it for weeks now, but Lamar Jackson looks like an MVP. He's playing his ass off. And this team right now, they started off slow, but they got it back, and they got back in sync yesterday in the second half. And that's what you want to see this time of year. You might have a possession or two, but things go slow, but they got it going. They got points, and that's all you can do this time of year. They got stops. They forced turnovers. I'm not sure what Trevor Lawrence was doing on that one fumble. Arthur Millette, I'm just thinking he was going to take that to the house for 6.
Your speed is a 50 on man.
Yeah, I don't know what his speed is, but
there's no speed.
Good fumble recovery, man. I'm happy he was there, made the play. But yeah, man. Nick alluded to Justin Matabuki too. Had the strip sack to break the record. Interior pressure. You can't go to the flea market and find that. Like you gotta keep that in house, because when you can attack something from the inside, everything else just gonna crumble.
Wait, right. So I know Sco probably got some clips loaded, but I know Sco probably got some clips loaded. But one thing I did want to mention is Isaiah Likely. Since his inclusion in the lineup, he's been balling out. They've been utilizing him as if he's an elite tight end. You can look at his snap share, you can look at his route participation, his target share.
He's athletic, man. He's athletic.
He's in an elite role, and he's providing elite production. That catch where he mauled somebody yesterday. I mean, that's just another play and another example when your quarterback's wrong, making them look right. That's the difference between the interception and a 30-40 yard pass play. He quarterback, and those are the type of things that builds trust, right? So shout out to Isaiah Likely. If he can continue to be that, to where we don't even miss Mark Andrews, it's scary. It's scary.
It happened the first possession of the game. The one where Lamar the pocket crumbled. Lamar had to get out and improvise. And what's Likely do? He leaks out, makes the jumping catch, and gets the first down. So, I like him a lot, man. A whole lot athletic. That jump ball was crazy. That was a hell of a play.
Mm-hmm. And you can't sleep on clinching the playoff before Christmas with 3 games left. That's impressive.
So some birdies were chirping prior to the game, and the $100 million man felt the way about it.
We trying to impose our will on people week in and week out, and obviously those guys, I heard their little motto this week was like takes the bully or something like that. I overheard that saying they wanted to be a bully. That was their thing this week. So hey, I guess the bully get hits in the mouth sometimes, and how do they respond? But it's a great team win.
It's good. It's definitely a good sound.
Must be nice to have one
because you might see them again in playoffs. So they gonna use that. They gonna use it. But yeah, if that's what they said, I guess they reeling. But
Jacksonville not on our level. I'll say that confidently. They not on our level. They not ready yet.
You know what?
AFC South football is not bully football, so I'm not buying into that.
But I'm shocked though. Like Doug Peterson, you gotta be a better coach. Like how they how they went in the half. Come on, like who do you think is on the other side?
But
like,
that's more so Trevor Lawrence and on Doug Peterson though. Trevor Lawrence got to make better decisions. He got to throw the ball into the end zone. I mean, he said the play call was to run the play. It wasn't to spike the ball. So I get that, but don't throw it short. That's a bad read.
And I think what's understated yesterday was the 30 to 40 mile per hour wind gusts, right? So the passing games weren't going to be like this high powered explosive stuff anyway. You know, that's why I thought likely was going into the game. Once I knew what the weather forecast was, I thought likely I bet it on him to get not 100 yards, but definitely, 60 and 4, just off the strength that the intermediate areas, the running backs and the tight ends in a windy game, they're going to be crucial. And on the flip side, I thought Trevor should have looked at Evan Ingram's way more often because they weren't winning outside. I'm not scared of Calvin Ridley. I'm not scared of they lost Zay Jones in the middle of the game. They had a really slot receiver. I forget his name. But I'm not scared of any of them. You know what I mean? Right. Evan Ingram was the one matchup that was rolling. Maybe should have went to him more often.
Right.
And you can't cross the 44 times with no points. Not in a game like that.
Look at the win. You saw the field goals.
Yeah, they missed field goals.
But if you know the weather is like that, maybe you're more aggressive on third down, or if it's fourth and short, maybe you go for it as opposed to forcing your kicker to kick a 55-yard field goal into.
And I mean that would speak to how they went into half. You just gotta have a better play call. You gotta have a better play call. You got Evan run a fade.
They were greedy.
I mean, if the ball not going in the end zone, don't throw it. You can't throw the ball 3 to 4 yards shorter than you can't do that.
Not in that situation.
The ball got to be in the end zone.
I would have took the points. I would have took the field goal. It was a field goal game.
At that point, yeah.
Especially after Lawrence had already fumbled. What was that? The possession before in the red zone. So I'm definitely taking the points at that juncture.
Yeah, good win for y'all. I can't wait to Christmas. I really can't.
Man.
That's gonna be a good game. All bias aside, it's gonna be a good game. Now, moving on to the rest of the week. Vikings lose to the Bengals 27-24. Nick Mullins, 26 completions, 303 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Jake Browning, 29 completions, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, and interception.
Yeah,
Minnesota was once up 17-3 in this game, as you can see. Right,
we give O'Connell a lot of credit for keeping his team afloat. After Kirk Cousins was down, and keeping Brown Flores having his playing. But O'Connell lost his game with that third down, the third and whatever call, fourth and whatever call, 4th and 1, 3rd and 1. Ran the same play, ran tush push 2 times in a row, and he got blown up. The type of offensive coach he is, I expect better than that. I expect him to be able to draw some up to pick up. They pick up that the game is over. And they allowed them to come back. Shout out to Cincinnati for keep battling. Shout out for Brown to keep battling. They're right where they need to be in position for playoff win with a big game that they, for all intents and purposes, they think they should come in Pittsburgh and beat y'all this week.
They will.
So
they should think that.
They would.
No, I'm not saying they should, but at the same time, we'll see them fall right on their face. Who knows? But like I said, I put this on O'Connell. O'Connell made a lot of bad play calls late in that game, and let Cincinnati stay in that game.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give him a comment though. I mean, the fact that you got Nick Mullins out there and you even made it a game, it's kudos to you. Goddamn, Nick Mullins is Nick Mullins. But yeah, Jake Brown. I mean, he showed the heart of a lion. The way that game started, didn't seem like the Bengals were going to be able to turn things around and get things going, but they showed a lot of heart. Jamar Chase went down. T. Higgins was like, "Hey, I'm a number 1 receiver too. Come holler at me." And he did what he needed to do, willed his team across the finish line. And honestly, looking at the Bengals schedule, I don't think they're a playoff team. I don't think that they'll be able to have enough wins down the stretch, especially with teams like the Texans and the Bills right down their heels. They have a game against Pittsburgh. The Bengals play another tough team too. Who's the tough team they play?
They would have to play the Browns again, right? Or
I believe they play the Browns again, but it's an even tougher team on that schedule. I'll pull it up in a second, but I
the Bengals play.
Yeah, hold on. I got their schedule up right now.
They
Kansas
still got
City.
The Steelers, Chiefs, yeah.
That's an L. That's an L. And then you talking about Cleveland. That's possibly an L2. But the Kansas City one's enough. I think the Bills run the table. And that's in this tight AFC, 1 loss, 1 win, that'll do it. So shout out to them. I respect the coach for keeping them together. I just think the fairy tale's going to end soon. Shout out to Jake Browning, though, because I remember the Vikings cut him. So this was like a redemption story type of thing.
He made it known when he came off the sideline, too, and won that game.
Yeah.
He was talking to stuff.
Yeah, he deserved it. Fuck y'all. Take that up.
We talked about it Friday, though, just the resiliency with being an AFC North team. I mean, they never gave up. I thought Flores threw everything at them defensively as far as the Vikings did for them to win that game. But down the stretch, T. Higgins makes a hell of a catch to score a touchdown. And, I mean, they pulled it out.
The fact the Vikings even still are going about relevant is a testament to just their team and the coaching. Like they lost Kirk Cousins a month and a half ago.
Yeah,
they lost him a little minute ago. The fact they even kept this thing floating is respectful.
They lost him in the first 5-6 weeks, I thought.
Yeah, and they didn't have Alexander Madison, so they're in there with a backup running back too.
Jefferson for half the season.
So
yeah.
Hopefully, the NFC North. Let me see their schedule. They got Detroit, 2 games against Detroit and Green Bay. So these are division games. If they can, I don't know how, but if they can win some of these division games, they got a good shot.
The Vikings?
Mm-hmm.
They ain't winning.
Damn.
I'm not a Detroit or Green Bay believer. I don't fuck with Jordan Love like that. Anything can happen in those games, but we'll see.
Speaking of Detroit, they defeat the Broncos 42-17. Russell Wilson completed 18 passes for 233 yards and a touchdown. Jared Goff, 24 completions, 278 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we came into this game thinking that they was going to have too many weapons. They look good. They look like the Detroit of early, but we'll see. Like I said, the Broncos, even though the Broncos are playing well, and they've been playing well, lately at the end of the season, they still shouldn't be able to compete with the Lions. I think it still goes back to the point, like, who have the Lions beaten? What great teams have they beaten? And when they get if they on the road or they playing another a stout team, what team gonna show up? You're supposed to beat the Broncos at home. If you want to win divisions, if you want to be the NFC North champion, you're supposed to beat the Broncos at home. So I'm not putting too much stock in this Lions win. They did what they're supposed to do.
And the Broncos have been playing well, but I never really believed in them either. Like, They're not as bad as allowing 70 points to the Dolphins, but they're not as good as some of their better moments recently either. Russell Wilson's still playing mediocre. Now, he's not bad like he was last year, but he's mediocre. He's mid. You know what I mean? They are. They hit or miss. And the Lions, they just were at home, were able to do the things that they needed to do, which is run the ball. You can do that against the Broncos. They have the weapons to run the ball consistently, the offensive line to run the ball consistently, and that helps Jared Goff out. But again, with the Lions, which Jared Goff is going to show up on a weekly basis? I don't know, because one day you might get this 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, Jared Goff, and the next Jared Goff, next week you might get the 3 fumble snaps and 2 interceptions, Jared Goff.
Right.
I don't know which one's going to show up.
And I ain't trying to find out. Right.
The Browns defeat the Bears late 20-17. Justin Fields, 19 completions, 166 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Joe Flacco, 28 completions, 374 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
Yeah, when coaches start doing, I mean, if you the Bears coach is a defensive coach, I think we talk about why would they have. But when you get letting Joe Flacco throw for 200 plus yards in the fourth quarter, it's starting to maybe look like they need a new coach there. The Bears are not a good team, so that's why they don't know how to win games like this. Is a game for, they was up two possessions in the second half. It's a game that they should win. You shouldn't, like I said, you should not be letting Joe Flacco throw for 200 plus yards in the fourth quarter. That's ridiculous. And like I said, they had a chance to win the game at the end. Mooney unfortunately couldn't hold it. Like I said, the Browns gonna play defense. If they're gonna play defense the way they're gonna play, they will be in the playoffs. Now it depends on what Joe can get you. It depends on, because Joe did at the same time, like, he had the 200 yards, but he also had three interceptions. One of them, we just saw one of them was a tip pad, drop pass or whatever. But like I said, the defense won't be there. But at this Joe Flacco, this stage of his career, is he going to get you anything in the playoffs? I guess that's the question that remains to be seen. But good win for them. You win your home games. That was a big game for them the way that the AFC wildcard pitch is shaping up.
Bring your ass here, Chicago Bears. I'm not going to take it that lightly on y'all. I'm not blaming the defense at all. The defense gave the Bears 7 points.
Yeah, but you can't give a 200 in the fourth quarter. That's kind of crazy.
I gave y'all 7 points, y'all. We only scored 17. I gave y'all 7.
Always gave y'all half.
I mean, damn. What else do you want from me? Yeah, we gave up some pass yards in the fourth quarter, but how about you score some points to help us out?
And not drop balls. That drop ball by Tony was crazy.
Hey man, drop balls, interceptions, all of it. I mean, it's the experience of the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields. If you're not playing a bottom tier defense, this is the experience you get. It's weekly.
I mean, even that 4th and 2 where he got tripped up. I mean, he could have threw the ball for the first down, trying to run and get tripped up. Sure.
We can talk about the pass yards, but I also saw there was a lot of punts forced that led to the Bears getting the ball back. And I'm thinking, all right, this is the drive that the Bears finally put them away. This is the drive they put some pressure on the Browns. What did the Bears do? Punted that bitch right back. Punted that bitch right back. I mean, if you keep giving Joe Flacco opportunities in a punt match, Joe has won too many games in this league. He's gonna figure it out eventually. And they have better skill talent on offense. So I mean, you keep giving me chances, we're gonna take them. But Joe didn't play that well. He had 3 interceptions.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He had 3 picks.
Yeah, I mean, what else do y'all want from me? 3 interceptions and a pick 6. What else do you want, guys? No, we ain't blaming that on the defense. We blame that on the offense. I don't know what they need to do differently. Keys mentioned it. Mooney could have caught the ball on the ground. I can't really criticize because, I mean, those are those little fluky plays. You don't know where the ball is finna go. We saw that with James Prochet last year, but I will criticize Robert Tonyan. Justin Fields threw a beautiful ball 40, 50 yards down the field. Robert Tonyan, ball by himself, just fumbling.
The Quentin Johnson.
Yeah, so
he should still be running.
Hey, man.
That was a beautiful ball.
That was a hell of a throw.
Hell of a throw. But when Justin Herbert does it, nobody gives a fuck. So, hey, I don't give a fuck neither.
Speaking of the ad before mentioned Jordan Love, they lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 34-20. Cookie Mayfield, 22 completions, 381 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Not on the Packers.
Number 20.
And Jordan Love, 29 completions, 284 yards, 2 touchdowns. Yeah, man. He had a perfect passer rating. Baker did. Baker had himself a day. Baker just got himself a long-term contract off this game.
Yeah, shout out to the Bucs defense.
Off the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, be that quarterback of the future.
Yeah, low key. He's there.
Quarterback of the future there.
He's there. He's the guy. He's the
At least
man.
for next year.
Before
this might be this year's Geno Smith.
Yeah, they strengthened their playoff position, especially in that weak NFC South. That defense playing well. Shout out to them. But they ever since that, I don't know if the Chiefs game was their Super Bowl, whatever with the Packers, but they definitely regressed since that. They were playing well coming into that game. They had won all them games in a row. They were doing things right fundamentally, and now you just can't get right. It's like they, maybe this is who they always were, but they were playing better, and now they're not, and they losing.
Yeah, man, Christian Watson in them 2 games too, which is a security blanket for Jordan Love. But even still, going back to Tampa Bay, at 7-7 now, they got to be the team to beat. They're the best team in the NFC South, I believe. We'll get to Atlanta, but they're nothing. And then, maybe New Orleans, but right now, Baker Mayfield's playing better football than Derek Carr.
Best quarterback in the division.
Last week, y'all was comfortable with the Packers.
I was, because it was a road game, and it's Baker Mayfield. He normally gonna give you 1 or 2.
That's Jordan Love too.
Yeah. Talk your talk.
I'm not talking. I'm just saying it's Jordan Love. Like, I don't know where all this Jordan Love
but it's Baker Mayfield
because he's been playing better. Jordan Love, he's been playing better. If you look at the
Baker
tape
has had a better season.
He was playing. Like I said, it's not a bad pick to pick the Bucs in that game, but Jordan Love before he lost Christian Watson, he has been playing better football. He was playing better football. They were playing better football. They look good. We all came on and said against the Chiefs. No, we all came in and said against the Chiefs they look better. We was giving them props for looking better, and then they laid 2 eggs.
They beat the Lions and they beat the Chiefs. The Chiefs haven't been playing good football. They beat 2 teams that weren't playing good football, and then they lost to the Giants.
Yeah, but like you said, without that best weapon, it's hard to win without your best weapon. Like he literally had, like you said, that's the security blanket has to go through. I'm not excusing the Packers.
I see Lamar winning without his best weapon.
But you can't compare Lamar to Jordan Love either. That's two different conversations.
Hey man, yeah, you can. They quarterbacks, nigga.
No, hell no. We not doing that. We not. Hell no.
You got a good quarterback, and you got a mid. All right, never mind.
But I don't think that's the argument, though. Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that Lamar is better than Jordan Love. Nobody's arguing that. We arguing that he's not playing well without his weapon.
He ain't Baker Mayfield either.
Damn.
It wasn't yesterday.
I mean, he thoroughly outplayed him.
Yeah.
24 touchdowns, 8
that was Baker's.
This is his best season ever.
I was about to say, that was definitely his best game ever. Nah, he did not beat us. That was Nick Chubb.
You just throw to Mike Evans and Godwin in them boys, man. That make life a lot easier for him. He ain't throwing to whoever he's throwing to in Cleveland.
Hey, Kenny Pickett had George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, and the shit didn't matter. You gotta play good.
Yo, you know I saw Baker photoshopped.
Gotta play good.
He was photoshopped in a Steeler uniform. I say, yo, this has got.
How would you feel about that?
I mean, he's better than anything we got, but I'm thinking about sustaining some shit, not a bridge.
He's still young.
I'm thinking about sustaining some shit, not a bridge.
Nigga, Kenny Pickett is the bridge.
Get him out of there. And all right, so
you was riding that boat.
You go get a little bit better, Kenny Pickett.
Hey, y'all was 7 wins with Kenny Pickett.
No,
right?
No.
Y'all, you was talking shit to me. Oh, you picked us to win 8 games.
Yo,
remember you called me out?
That looked good until it didn't. I did, and I should have. Oh wait, we could still get 8. We can still get 8.
And that would be my prediction, nigga.
We can still get 8.
I would still be right.
We can still get 8.
And I'll still be right.
9. We get 8.
You get 9.
Nah, we're not getting 9. We're not getting 9.
I said y'all might win 8 games.
Not getting
8 and 9. Y'all win 8. I'm right.
Yeah.
Get 9 though.
But if we get that 8 against a certain team, we get 8 against a certain team.
Yo, you
I don't want to hear that y'all.
So the number one seed locked up.
We clinched the playoff.
So the number one seed locked up, and we not playing our starters. You still don't come in talking shit.
No, y'all not gonna let
Super Bowl.
So
Keith already told you. Keith already told you. It's y'all
no,
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
No, it always is. I ain't by paying score no more.
Always.
Yeah.
Always?
Yeah, bro. Always just Super Bowl.
Shit, me. Yo, don't let this down. Yeah, get shit fucked up.
Since we started this show, it's been your Super Bowl because y'all haven't been shit.
Yeah, y'all ain't been relevant.
Y'all ain't been.
Y'all won that 11. Y'all won 11-0.
Y'all got one more playoff win than us. Like, what are you talking in that span?
We relevant though. That's all we here.
Right now,
we didn't lose.
We compete for Super Bowl.
No,
according to you, since we started this show, we've been perennial Super Bowl contenders.
You have.
So don't try walking back now. Don't try walking back now.
How dare you compliment our team? Don't you dare do that.
You just said we wasn't. You just said what? You said some. You trying to walk?
I didn't say shit.
You know he on his Michael Jackson
now. I didn't say shit.
Young Michael over there.
I like Lamar. It's my guy. Just plays for the wrong team, but I like
He's
Lamar.
Your guy, man. You funny.
Yes. You hear this? I'm full of shit. Y'all and y'all narratives. I came in here weekly and defending that nigga when y'all fan base said that he was shit.
No, we talking about you saying he's my guy. You saying he's my guy. It's crazy.
How many times I said I like that?
You know, we still got a Joe Flacco sector of our fan base. Like, we'll slander Lamar to praise a Cleveland Brown. I've never seen no shit like that before.
They're wacko for Flacco.
People was posting Hemsley's wife. I was like, yo, people was crazy.
Wait, what happened?
Hensley's wife she a Flacco fan. She was like, I'll always support Joe Flacco. People was like, this is probably why Hensley always talking about Lamar because they Flacco lovers.
They gotta let that shit go. 2012 was a long time ago on me. He was paid for his endeavors. Like, we don't gotta do the rest after
Did
that.
people not see Flacco in New York? Where else was he at?
Denver.
He's on an award tour with no award.
And I'm a Flacco guy. Like I support. Like I like Flacco, but come on now.
I liked him before the contract. After the contract, when we were trying to ask him, yo, can you come in and work with the receivers in the offseason? Nigga said, no. I see y'all training camp. If it's mandatory, I'll see y'all there. Other than that, don't talk to me. I got kids to raise and make. I ain't like it. I ain't like that after that.
That be sounding like me at work. I ain't gonna lie. Houston defeats the Titans 19-16 in overtime. Case Keenum, 23 completions, 229 yards, touchdown and a pick. Will Levis, 17 completions, 199 yards, interception.
Titans should have won this game. I was watching it. Titans should have won this game, but too many mistakes from the rookie. And not even mistakes, just misreads, misthrows, overthrows. I think he targeted D-Hop a little bit too much to his other teammates' expense. I mean, there were people wide open, and he would force a throw to D-Hop. Now, usually I'm not mad if you're forcing your alpha to throw, but sometimes, especially like he had 9 targets and 2 catches. It's not his day. It's just not his day. So you got to.
The Titans should have won this game. Good one for the Texans though. They put them right back right where they need to be. Yeah. To win without your quarterback, even no matter how it looked, that's impressive. Shout out to D'Amico Ryans, keeping this team together. Hopefully, Shaw will be back next week. And the division is still there for them to win. They can still win that division.
Yep. And who was I about to bring up? You brought up Stroud. You brought up Texans. Who's on the other side? I forgot. Never mind.
We ain't got to spend too much time on this next game, but the Dolphins did defeat the Jets 30-0.
What Keith say last week? You said it's only been so much fuck it. That's going to take Zach Wilson. Well, who said
it? He only had one. I said he only had one.
No,
you don't got too many. Yeah, you only got one fucking game. Trevor Siemian, 14 completions, 110 yards, 2 picks. Tattoo Tua, 21 completions, 224 yards.
No.
Oh, they doing a waddle?
No.
That got bad connotations with that one. I ain't like that. That's look at that boy go. Yeah, right. Yeah,
that's crazy. I mean, but yeah, they was coming into this video, was talking about the Miami offensive line, how bad they was going to be. The Jets, they're going to stop them. Shout out to Miami for just supposed to go, just beating the bad once again, but beating the bad team.
Beating the bad teams. That's what they do good. If they not good at nothing else, they're good at that.
And beat the Titans, which is weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But this was a division game. They got so much familiarity with the Jets. I just didn't see how the Jets was going to put up a fight. And Zach Wilson, I mean, was he injured or he got benched again? Or do we know?
They treat him like a thought.
Yeah, for real.
Like, if it wasn't an injury, that's fine.
They treat you like a thought.
I don't want my girl here. Sit down.
But talk about Miami. I mean, they probably got the toughest 3 stretch.
There's so many different ways you can go with that. It's so many different ways you can go with that.
Oh my god!
What is you doing?
Send the video.
Miami probably got the toughest 3 games though. So you got Dallas this week, Baltimore the week after, and then Buffalo to end the season. Ooh. So you're gonna find out a lot about them in these next 3 weeks.
That's treacherous.
Yeah, and quiet as kept. What's their record? They got they 4 losses.
They 10-4
losses. What's the schedule again?
They got Dallas, they got us, and then they got Buffalo.
They may lose out.
They could lose the division. They could lose the division.
Oh, they've been talking about it. Buffalo probably going to win the division. If
they said it last night. That's their best way to get in the playoffs is to win the division.
They lose their next 2 Buffalo wins.
Especially if they lose to Dallas, then it's really going to be up because Buffalo got.
If we win and it's a win and you're in for Buffalo, I like Buffalo. They already beat the Dolphins, and I just don't see the Dolphins playing December football. Even yesterday, I didn't think it was dominant, but it was dominant because you had an opponent that's laying down. The Jets didn't try. They didn't give any effort yesterday. Like 3 and outs, fumble, sack, fumble, intercept. Like it was trash, bro. And I don't think that was more so because the Dolphins was landing on them. I just think the Jets. I don't know, man. They try, but they don't got enough. They just don't got enough right now.
Chiefs defeat the Patriots 27-17. Patrick Mahomes, 27 completions, 305 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Bailey Zappi, 23 completions, 180 yards, touchdown in the pick. Yo, they gotta get Kadarius Toney out the league, yo. I don't know where y'all going with this. Yo, I don't know how.
I saw Andy Reid saying next week, are we gonna stick to the game plan? We're not giving up on him. Now it's time to bench his ass. Yo, he literally can't even catch no more. Like, I mean, forget getting the ball in the space, not to make plays. He can't even get the ball. He sucks.
I mean,
he
ain't been able to catch all year though. Like, this ain't a couple week thing. He was dropping balls week one.
The talent doesn't match maybe him being focused or something off with Tony.
Maybe the talent ain't what we thought it was.
Yeah, that may be what it is.
He gotta catch the ball first before you can be shifty.
Right. He got the Chuck Knob blocks or something.
Yeah, definitely.
He been had it. He got the yips, yo. He got the yips. I mean, you look at
Chuck Knob blocks is crazy.
Yo, you look at a team like the Giants who don't have any weapons and they just kicked his ass. Yo, leave. You got to start asking the right questions. Why?
We defended Tony. We defended Tony then when the Giants traded him. We said, why would they trade him? We wanted him. Why would the Chiefs get him? But now we're looking at it Monday morning quarterback. It might have been a problem. They might have saw it.
We did our due diligence. You think Andy Reid, who's one of the best coaches as far as drawing up screens and design touches, Patrick Mahomes, the need at wide receiver they have, you would think, all of these things are lining up for him. This is the perfect fit for him. But it starts with him, and I don't even want to spend that much time on him because he ain't done nothing to deserve it. As far as the Chiefs, I don't think they won convincingly enough for my liking. I think the game was never in doubt, but at the same time, the game was never put away the way you want to see it put away. I thought the Chiefs should have made a statement yesterday. I don't
Receivers
think they
can't
made a
catch.
statement. Yeah.
Ball bouncing out your hands when you about to go down and really put what they was up 17 at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Like you about to go up 20 plus points, and then you got a receiver dropping the ball right into the linebacker hands.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, is that problem going away? I mean,
who else is it? Sky Moore? Where is he? What happened? Like
he's injured. He's injured. Rasheed Rice is their only, and I think
somebody else.
Richie James.
Yeah, that's what I maybe I'm thinking about.
Other than Rasheed Rice and Pacheco, who's coming back this week, Jerick McKinnon and Kelsey, they ain't got nobody. And Kelsey is a shell of himself right now. I don't know if anybody noticed or want to talk about it, but he's been talking about retiring, and I think it's because he got some nagging issues, and he's playing through it. But you could see he's battered and bruised.
I mean, how many times have we seen him take that contact with the catch?
He's been dropping way more balls than I'm used to him seeing.
He was anticipating that contact. He made a business decision. He said, "No, fuck this. I'm not taking it. I'm not." And hey, he's great. He's great. But all things come to an end. And once you start talking about retiring, you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that shit ain't never good. That shit ain't
don't get me wrong. He's still very damn good. But at the same token,
he
was elite.
GOAT status.
You know what I mean?
Like up there, the air up there. But they did win. So salute to the Chiefs. We ain't got to spend too much time on this game either. Saints defeat the Giants 24-6. Tommy DeVito, 20 completions, 177 yards. Derek Carr, 23 completions, 218 yards, 3 touchdowns.
You just asked, can the Saints defense carry them? How far can they carry them at this point in time? But good win for them at home. Keep them right in the mix of the race.
And they were able to score those points without Chris Olave. They didn't have their best receiver either. Found a way to win a game. And the NFC South is going to be interesting because, the Falcons still in the mix, the Saints in the mix. I don't know the remaining schedules of the 3 teams in the Bucks, but, I like the Bucks offense the best. Out of all those 3 teams, I like the Bucks offense the best.
Oh, for sure. And speaking about the Falcons, they lose to the Carolina Panthers 9-7. Desmond Ritter, 12 completions, 152 yards, a touchdown, and a horrible interception. Bryce Young, 18 completions, 167 yards.
My boy lost me mad money yesterday being a bum.
I mean, forget the terrible interception. That might have been the worst pick I didn't see in my life.
He up there. It's crazy enough. I think Marcus Mariota had one for them against the Panthers. Like, a couple years ago on Thursday night where it was like, yo, what are you looking?
Yeah, where was he throwing the ball to? Who was he throwing the ball to?
So
It was literally nobody.
That was horrible.
It was literally nobody open. No receiver wasn't even looking at the ball. I felt like
threw across his body. It was bad. It
not,
was
not even the decision. It was when the decision was made.
Yo,
all they needed to do was put points on the board. That's all they needed to do.
In the red zone, bro.
Take the time down and kick a fucking field goal. You in the red zone. It's a couple minutes left, few minutes left in the game. You got the momentum. What like
I
hate
bad.
That, yeah. And I hate
they don't even get Bijan Robinson the ball, man. Like the Atlanta's a joke. Like,
yeah, why
I don't know how you can come out and say Arthur Smith a couple weeks ago should still have job security next year. Like, he should go. Desmond Ridder got to go because you got some young guys, Algier, Robinson, London on the outside, Pitts. Like, this should be an offense that, like, they literally struggling to score 7 to 10 points on a weekly basis. Like, that should not be the case. Like, they offensively incompetent at this point. Like, and this is a team that we thought was ready to take that step, possibly, but they not. They the same old Falcons. That defense has been good, but that offense is just.
And even with the defense, all right, Ridder throws the horrible interception. They still allowed Bryce Young and the Panthers offense to drive up the field time after time, third down conversions. I was getting pissed because, again, I had money on this game. Like, I had Atlanta money line. I needed them to handle business. Bum ass motherfuckers. Excuse my French, but goodness gracious, they like, come on. It's a 1-win team, bro. Yes, it was the rain. I get it, the weather, but Drake London got his first. He got 3 targets. 2 of them came on the final drive.
Yeah.
How?
Can't have that happen.
What did Bijan have? What he had? Like, he had
didn't have nothing.
You got him in fantasy. You got him in fantasy or something. I can hear it. Hear it in your voice.
7 rushes for 11 yards. Like,
it's crazy.
How can I get a rhythm?
Yeah, no, it's
in a rain game at that where you should just be turning around and handing them the ball about 30 times.
Algier got the first 2 carries of the game. Like, first off, how's he starting over me? No disrespect. He's a teammate. He's my brother. I love him. But how's he starting over me? You want me to get a rhythm and you got somebody starting over me. Like, this game is game scripted for me.
Why do you draft him top 10 to do this? And it's been all year.
Why you draft Kyle Pitts top 5 to do this? Like, this
doesn't make any sense.
This is what they do. This is what they do.
But it's inconsistent because one game, like November 12th, 22 carries, 23 touches in total. Against New Orleans, he had 19 touches. Next game, Jets, 21 touches. And then the week before last, against the Tampa Bay Bucks, he had 15 touches, but 5 of those were catches. So he only had 10 carries. And then yesterday, he had 8 touches and 7 carries. So since November 12th, things have been declining. So November 5th, he had 11 rushes. So November 5th to the 12th, they started ramping him up. And then ever since then, they're ramping him back down. Like, there's no consistent role with him. And it's like, how do you expect to build momentum? This is the time after, like, late in the season where rookies usually take off.
And don't forget early on where they just didn't play him. They just didn't play him. He wasn't hurt, wasn't nothing. Just didn't play him.
So, Arthur doesn't have a plan.
No red zone carries, nothing.
He doesn't have a plan. And it's like, all right, even if you stick with him, you would expect him to be able to show you what is the plan, sir? If I'm the owner, what's the plan with this team? What's the plan with these guys? Like, what are we doing?
Coming from a coach that got credit for being on the offense that had Derrick Henry, you would think he would bring that with him. I got one of them. I'm gonna use you to a fault. I'm gonna use you too much. It's crazy. But he got a vote of confidence. He's staying. So,
that's the dude who I wanted to bring up.
It was before the loss to the Panthers, though. That need to be revisited.
That's crazy, right? You got the vote of confidence before losing to the.
Have y'all noticed Derrick Henry recently?
It's time.
Yeah, you on a decline. It's about time.
It's time. Y'all dodged a bullet. Y'all dodged a bullet because he was in the trade talks. Y'all dodged a bullet. Y'all would have been pissed.
Maybe it looks better on our team, but I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to find out.
The thing with I forgot what it was an early bad loss. It was like, yo, y'all should think about rebuilding. Trust me, I know. Y'all should think about rebuilding, and y'all got pieces, and they held on too long. Ryan Tannehill, Derrick Henry, they aged. Yo, you know what I mean?
The only person that got rid of was Bayard.
Yeah, right. Right. So, but yeah, to your point, also fantasy had 5 points yesterday at 12 yards. Yeah. He's done horrible. Rams defeat the Commandos 28-20. Jacoby Brissett completed 8 passes, 124 yards, 2 touchdowns, filling in for a benched Sam Howell. Matt Stafford, 25 completions, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, the score not indicative of how this game. The Rams really controlled this game. I mean,
spanked them.
Yeah, the Commanders just scored late when the Rams already let up. But we said it last week. This Rams team is dangerous. We expect to see him in the playoffs, and they're going to be a problem for anybody seeing the playoffs. Simple as that. He's going to be able to draw his players open and get his players mismatch. But and for the Commanders, Ron Webb, he just riding up the shrink. He's done. He's been done. It's one of the things. New ownership. I guess they want to give him a chance, but he's done, and he shouldn't coach again.
Shouldn't want to.
Not at all.
Shouldn't want to. Nobody should want him. It's bad. It's bad. Moving right along. San Francisco defeats Arizona 45-29. Brock Purdy, 16 completions, 242 yards, 4 touchdowns. Kyler Murray, 26 completions, 211 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. We got to stay in too long.
Yeah, they did what they supposed to do.
They did.
Yeah, they did what they supposed to do. Like I said, I ain't gonna say too much about them because once again, we're gonna touch on them. Well, we are gonna touch on them much more come Friday when we're breaking down the game. But do a division win on the road, lock up your playoff, lock up the NFC West at that early. Good team.
Damn, bro. Hell of a throw too.
All right, Cowboys get walloped by the Bills. 31-10. Dak Prescott, 21 completions, 134 yards, 1 interception. There goes that MVP. Josh Allen, 7 completions, 94 yards, 1 touchdown. Man, James Cook, boy, needed that performance. What? Him.
It's crazy how we all knew this was going to happen, though. We knew that with Buffalo, how Buffalo been trending and how they've been playing, how scary they've been looking, and we
Not
saw
like that. And that was dominant.
We used to Dallas losing games like this. Dallas don't win on the road. They don't win big games. So, but shout out to Buffalo, man. Like I said, we all talk about they're going to be scary. They're going to be a very, very scary team. And like I said, Josh Allen only threw the ball 16 times, less than 100 yards, and they dominate. So,
what a run game could do to a quarterback,
exactly.
right?
We've been saying it on the ball. I shout out to Buffalo. They scary. And looking at the schedules, we talked about Miami's schedule. They more than likely they're going to win the AFCs. They're going to demolish the Chargers this weekend, and then it's going to set up, coming on the stretch for them to do what they got to do. But yeah, shout out to them and the Cowboys. Hopefully, they don't take this until one of their tailspins. Because after they beat the Eagles, they was riding high. They was ready to go, and then they decided to beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean that's why, like with me, I can't be like week to week. You know what I mean? Like I always try to keep the big picture. I mean, teams go through ruts, teams struggle, but even in those games, the Bills lost. Every game was close. Every game was a fourth quarter, last possession-ish type of game. And what's the biggest difference since they fired their offensive coordinator? They're running the ball. You know what I mean? So we used to, criticize Josh Allen for the mistakes he made. Well, if you're asking somebody to throw 55 times and to make 2 mistakes in the game, all right. Like, is it really his fault, or should they take a little bit more pressure off of him? Now they're running the ball like an actual NFL team, and you see the results. Sometimes we don't need Josh Allen to throw for 400 and have a pass play every single play. No, James Cook is fully capable. And what happens when that gets rolling and the offensive line starts getting motivated and the offensive line starts getting gritty and they start imposing their will, it translates to the defense too. You taking time off the clock. The defense is on the field now, revved up after seeing what they just saw. And then now the opposing team's offense has to speed up their clock because you didn't have a 5, 6, 7 minute drive that ended in a score. Now they feel like they have to rush. Maybe they can't be as patient as they wanted to be with Tony Pollard. And you saw a lot of 3 and outs. It was I think that's the recipe with the Bills. You can't make a mistake unless you're making it harder on your team. Right now they've simplified the game plan. And also I wanted to bring up, ever since Trayvon Diggs tweet, where's Stephon Diggs been? Because we can talk about Josh Allen, but nobody's going to tweet about Stephon Diggs.
And missing.
Yeah.
And the team has been rolling since the tweet, but he hasn't. So what does that tell me? Maybe if I'm not force feeding the ball to this crybaby ass player and getting myself in trouble by force feeding his ass, maybe we start to win games. Who knows?
Not only that run game takes the onus off Allen. You looked at him yesterday; he was throwing the ball away. He didn't feel the need to really have to force it into those tight coverages where he does get interceptions yesterday. So when you can run the ball effectively, I mean, you don't have to play Superman all the time.
Right. So with Dak firmly out of the MVP conversation, let's cue up some of these clips about somebody who's firmly in the race now.
All right, Lamar, let me play your agent here. Let's see. You're going to be the MVP. This is going to be my case. That despite the fact that there has been good pressure all around him all night long, they could not, in the key moments, get him on the ground. Whether it was spin, escape, take a shot from spook, throw it up, get it down to the 2-yard line, or just a simple little boot.
I've said it before. I believe he's the best quarterback in the National Football League. I've said it many times before, and he continues to prove it. He proves me right. He proves
and keeps you employed. I say the same shit too, John. Salute. I mean,
y'all already know how I feel about Lamar. I think his game has grown. Even since 2019, even since his MP year, I think he is the MVP. I don't know where this Ravens team would be without the plays he could make, without him getting out the pocket. I think he's making the players around him better, that much better. Like everybody is taking their game to another level. So I think he's the MVP. I don't think it's close, really.
Yeah, I'm not willing to put him number 1 yet. But at the same token, I think he has put himself in position to where if this season ends the way I think it can end, he's 1 or 2 right there. Like toss up whoever you want. Obviously, this game in San Francisco is gonna mean a lot. Like if we lose by 20 points, we're not gonna be talking about MVP, but so much. But if we find a way to win, and then we beat Tattoo Tua, and then we close with the Steelers and win that, and we wrap up the number 1 seed in the AFC, and we're 14-3. That resume sounds pretty good. So we'll see how it goes. I think the top contenders, in my opinion, would be, Lamar. You got Josh. You got Brock. You got C-Mac. I would put C-Mac in that conversation too. But those is my 4. I mean, Dak. Again, I never really was sold on Dak being a MVP guy because he was beating bad teams at home. They beat Philadelphia, but I don't think Philadelphia is that great of a team either. The record is the record, but again, you got to keep everything in perspective when you're looking at these teams. They haven't been playing well, and they really haven't been showing you that they were that team from last year. So as far as MVP is concerned, man, we still got a few weeks to go. But I like where Lamar his arrow is trending. That's for damn sure. Because we've been mowing down teams and we've had a hard schedule. We haven't had like some light, easy go of it. Like we made Seattle look like, a JV team. We made the Lions look like a JV team. We blew out Jacksonville by multiple scores. And the games we lost, we should have won.
You don't lose you don't blow the Browns game. You looking at 9 wins in a row.
Yeah. And like I alluded to Friday, if you look at Lamar's MVP numbers as far as completions and yards, he's already pretty much surpassed that for this season. He's already surpassed the completion. He's about 20 yards off from surpassing the yardage as well. Obviously doesn't have the touchdowns, but he's the leading rusher for quarterbacks right now. So I think he's right there in that conversation. I think, like Nick alluded to, I think Brock Purdy's right there, Christian McCaffrey. Monday's game very well could determine who is the MVP, that result. I think it does.
Yeah, that's a fact. That being said, let's go to the first commercial break. Nitty Gritty. This ad is brought to you by Lavelle Body. Lavelle Body is an all-natural, handmade skin and hair care line for men, women, and children. So if your skin is dry, your hair is damaged, or your beard is having problems connecting, shop Lavelle Body today at lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC on Instagram. Again, that's lavellebody.com or DM Lavelle Body LLC.
In high school, you was the man, homie. The fuck happened to you?
I mentioned your name a couple times, but Kevin Colbert, I cannot let you slide for what the fuck you've done to this team. And you left, you little scoundrel. Fucking scandal. You saw the shit that you drafted and say, yo, I'm leaving when Ben's leaving. Nah, motherfucker, you can't do that. You gave Mitch $10 million a year, motherfucker. You did that. You know,
all good 6 weeks ago, baby.
You know, no, with the wins, yeah. But I mean, I haven't come on here beating my chest talking about we a Super Bowl contender. I ain't been able to do that in a minute.
I didn't take it to that level, but you definitely was excited after the Bengals win.
I was excited about the win. See, I hate when y'all do that. And then y'all dress up alike, and then y'all text each other. I hate when y'all do that.
What do we do? We just watching y'all demise. That's all.
And I know
we just happy you here now because we've been here.
And
we in the same boat now.
I gotta take it in stride. In 20 years, this is year one, so I get it. But Kevin Colbert, it's been since the draft picks. Your old draft pick was on Twitter fucking laughing at us. Now he sucks. But he's laughing at us.
Devin Bush.
Devin Bush.
That shit is so funny though.
Devin Bush. Every time we lose, this nigga get 20 emojis and then say, "Oh no, I was watching the Red Box." Nigga said Red Box. Who the fuck watches Red Box?
Is Devin Bush still on the roster?
No, he played for Seattle.
I haven't heard his name in years either.
He's on Seattle roster.
Exactly.
He don't play for Seattle.
Exactly.
He's on the roster.
He don't even play for Seattle. He's there. He got 3 tackles this year. He's laughing at it.
He shouldn't be tweeting no emojis then. He should be focused on
staying
in the league.
The draft picks. You see what Ozzy left them niggas with? Kevin, do you see what Ozzy left the Ravens with? On his parting, I'm leaving y'all. Here you go. MVP.
Ozzy, though.
It's levels.
Clearly.
It's levels.
Clearly.
We've been trying to tell you this preseason, it was levels.
About Kevin?
No, about the whole organization. It's levels.
Yeah, nah. Y'all was just wanting to fire that nigga 2 days ago. We in the same boat. Y'all just got a better quarterback.
No, we got a better team. We ain't in the same boat.
Because of the quarterback. You got a better team because of like that nigga changes everything.
Huntley was able to get us to the playoffs last year. Like we didn't.
No,
we didn't collapse.
Don't use that now.
What do you mean? Don't use that now? It's the same example as y'all this year. You inherited Mitch inherited a 7-win team, did he not?
Mitch ain't Tyler Huntley, and that's why
Tyler Huntley ain't Tyler Huntley. He ain't that good either. We just have a good team.
Better than Mitch.
Football's a team game, bro.
Better than Mitch.
He's trying to tell you.
Yeah, but when you got one of them, you cover up a lot of bullshit.
Huntley won games in December to get us to that point, to ensure that we didn't fall off. Lamar did most of the heavy lifting. He did what he needed to do.
9 wins.
Mitch ain't doing what he had to do.
Lamar gave that nigga 9 wins.
And Mitch was given 7. And y'all didn't need that much to get to the playoffs. Y'all just needed to keep pace. And y'all can't.
Would you pay Mitch $10 million?
Would I pay
would you pay Mitch $10 million?
I wouldn't draft Kenny Pickett and have Mitch.
He did that too. He did that too.
I wouldn't. If you ask me what I would do, I mean,
like you clearly see why he's not what happened to you, right?
Hey man,
look at his work.
But you was you know what? You're right.
I talked what? I talked what about whom?
I'm saying on December 18th, you talking about look at his work. October 18th, nigga, you was talking about look at us. We just win games. We just win games. Is this my first time talking about Kevin Colbert? We a half game behind Joe.
Is this my first time talking about Kevin Colbert? Somebody please speak up. Is this my first time criticizing Kevin Colbert?
No, it's not. But that's
all
not
right
the point.
then.
That's
So
not the
what
point
are we
Nick
talking
making,
about?
though. That's not the point you're making.
His point ain't got shit to do with my point. So it doesn't matter. He's just talking because we're down.
I'm just talking.
I get it.
I'm the one that's just talking. Nigga,
yeah, he's talking because we're down. But his point has nothing to do with my point.
Nigga, I've been saying the same shit for 7 months.
His point
for 2 years.
You're the one that's just coming.
For 2 years, we've been saying this shit for 2 years.
His point don't have nothing to do with my point.
Now Sko coming around.
But I'm just talking.
So what?
The fact
about
that
Kevin Colbert again. About Kevin Colbert? Is this my first time bringing again? We need a fact checker. We need somebody.
Oh, when Keith did his actually, you ain't like that.
Well, yeah, I'm about to say when I pull stuff you actually say, you don't like it.
No more facts.
Huh? What did I say?
I don't want the abuse
anymore.
You said what do you look like losing the rest of y'all games after you beat the Bengals?
Again, what the point that I'm making now about what happened to you? Y'all funny. Y'all remember you said that shit 10 months ago? It ain't nobody else on this telecast
right now. 2 weeks ago.
Like,
this be stuff you said like 5 days ago.
Colbert. I'm talking about Kevin Colbert. Y'all are here talking about that.
A lot in these last 3
you
weeks.
know how to Euro step some stuff.
That Arizona loss did God's work. And I appreciate Kyler Murray. Shout out to that
organization. If I would have came in here acting like it didn't, then I would get like I'm in a lose.
Oh, there's nothing you can say after Arizona. There was nothing to say. You had to bow the knee.
But
on
if
that
I can't, like the fact that I'm not saying that is, like nigga, we were 7-4. Granted, it was ugly. But the future,
it was a mirage. The 7-4 was a mirage.
We told you that. Then.
We told you the win against us ain't mean shit. We've been telling you all the way.
No. I like how
y'all always going to burst.
I like how y'all always say that. But here's the thing. But nigga, who would have thought it would have been Arizona? None of y'all. No.
It's on tape, Skull.
Cap. I like your cap. I like your cap. It's nice.
I text Keith and said y'all gonna split.
I like your cap. It's nice.
I text Keith and said y'all gonna split between the Cardinals and the Pats. No lie.
Look at Keith.
I didn't know which one y'all was gonna use.
I can show you the text.
I knew y'all was gonna use one of them. I didn't know y'all was
the separate group chat.
I said y'all was gonna split those games.
I didn't see that.
Both of them.
I didn't see that. Yeah, right.
So you didn't hear me on this show when I said y'all could lose to Arizona? Like that's not no definite win. And you said it.
I mean, I played it back for him.
Nah. He said it, but that don't people say a lot of shit. You know what? I don't believe half the shit people tell me. Just because he said it, I'll go, you know what? Nick said it, so it's law.
Maybe we should listen more often.
Because it's law.
Maybe you wouldn't be so shocked at these results.
I'm not shocked.
Listen.
I'm not shocked.
Oh, okay.
No, not now. Not now.
Well, after the 3 losses, of course you're not shocked.
But
it's been a huge revelation.
You tell somebody, that's 2 win teams. That's 2 win teams. Take care of business.
But y'all not good enough to take care of business because y'all were barely winning games.
Guess what?
That's all I was saying. But it's right. You're right. Kevin Colbert, fuck him. Fuck him. Y'all getting another GM?
We already have one. He's not the GM anymore.
Oh yeah. I mean, I couldn't tell.
That's my
Same
problem.
Results, right? Same results, right?
Of 1 year?
I mean, 7
You judge him off 1 year. All right. Keys,
7-4.
Keys, who you got?
Nah.
Keys,
be mad at me. Be mad at your team.
I'm not. I'm just saying. You judge them all. Keys, who you got?
The bum in Atlanta.
Which one?
Yeah, he's just a bad quarterback. I mean, there's no other way to put it around it. Like maybe before you can go into maybe his second year, third year, he's still learning. Some of the mistakes, maybe he just not. No, he's just a bad quarterback. So go along with the fact that he's not really physically gifted. Also, he's a dumbass. So this is some of the decisions he making is crazy. You cannot have all the physical attributes, but you can make better decisions than that. He literally lost in the game against Carolina. Like, there's no other way to put it. He lost the game. Most of their losses here has been because he made mistakes. He's just a bum. And they came in there, all the black candidates said they don't want Lamar and all this. This is a whole organizational failure. With all those weapons, there's no reason why Atlanta and that defense is no reason why they should be 6-8. But the reason is because Desmond Ridder's that bum-ass quarterback.
Does Tyler Heineke make that throw in the fourth quarter in that moment?
We all know that. Hell no.
Probably not.
Probably not. Shit. Does Zach? Well, I was about to say Zach
He
Wilson.
might.
Zach Wilson probably make that throw. Never mind.
Might.
Mitch definitely gonna throw that.
Mitch would definitely make that throw. Mitch would definitely make that throw. And Mason would have skipped it, so it wouldn't even have got there. But yeah, Nick, who you got?
Give me Big Ronnie, yo. Notre Dame's finest. So you can't trust somebody with that face.
That picture is crazy.
Like,
that picture is
crazy. Like that, you can't trust.
Like he got that dog in him.
That picture is crazy.
I know what his girl looked like.
Chill, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
You said no.
Yeah, but like my issue with Ronnie Stanley was last night you kind of saw on the bench they panned to him, and that was one of his series he was off. Like, this is the series that you're going to take off, and then he took off, came back, and then the next series it was mirrored with sacks, holding penalties. I'm like, how do you take a series off and get worse? I'm thinking you taking a series off to recuperate, to rest a little bit, recharge. Man, you came back worse. I got something for you, bro. With that cap hit, you got to go. I don't know if this is a retire situation. We can't trade him. Who's going to take him? Who's going to take him in that cap contract? Is either retire or cut. I don't know if he needs to be a post-June cut or what, but and the situation is dire because not only do we need a new left tackle, Morgan Moses got to go too. We ain't got a left or right tackle. And we sitting there trying to make sure Lamar stays upright so that we don't see we don't have a Tyler Huntley signing or a Malik Cunningham signing. So
all the video montages of Malik, I thought he was like that. I ain't never seen a video montage for a practice squad player. They was happy as shit to get him.
Hey man, the Ravens fans, the online Ravens fans, they a little weird. But yeah, man, I don't know. On the streets too. I don't know, dog. But Ronnie Stanley, we gotta figure something out with that because he's a liability. It's clear as day. And I'm scared about San Francisco.
Yeah, y'all go get that man hurt. I was watching that game like, like Walker and Allen is nice, but these niggas look like Reggie White and Derek Thomas out here.
Let's go. What do you say? What do you say about Bosa and just how Bosa and the Watts? That like you have that element on Christmas, and it's Christmas, like you know what I mean. I'm going to give him
that Bosa against that quarterback who embodies everything that Black America likes,
and that ain't Joe Thomas on his blind side. Like that's another one too. I gotta get him too, just cause he think he can block.
Chase Young,
oh god,
Nicky Bosa.
All I'm saying is don't let the Ravens win that game though, because then the agenda is really gonna get nasty.
Yeah.
Come out there with a W, it's over.
He already wearing red and white.
Oh, listen, if we win that game, that MVP shit, like that's what we need to talk. That's what needs to be talked about on all the shows.
I'll say this: even if Brock loses, if he does him because like last night, if Dak didn't look like shit, I don't think he would be like completely out the water. It was the fact that you threw for less than 100 yards. So if either one, like Lamar's going to do him, but if Brock going there against y'all defense, like that's y'all defense, lose by a field goal, but it's not on him. That's still going to be tricky. That's still going to be tricky. This ain't an easy vote for anybody this year.
Man, both teams got similar trajectories.
Yeah, it's similar to when they came here Thanksgiving. Both teams were 10-2, something like that. It's very similar.
Oh yeah, and that was the rain game. That was the rain game.
I remember that.
No, that wasn't a rain game. That was just that Thanksgiving night game.
Yeah, that was just a Thanksgiving. That wasn't a rain game. Because we played them two times in like 2
years. That was
when
Harbaugh played. That's the year we played them in the Super Bowl too, I think. Wasn't it?
No, not
no.
That was 2012.
So then 2019
it was the rain game. It was the rain game.
So 2019. So Thanksgiving year is the one that we played them in the Super Bowl. Right,
but Thanksgiving year we was both two of the top teams too.
Yeah, so the rain game was 2019. That's the game we talked about a couple years ago.
Yeah, the rain game was 4 years ago.
Yeah, so that it's like that game. They both came, but they was both two good teams.
That was Lamar MVP year.
Yeah.
I don't remember back to 2012.
Yeah, that's when they played that night game on. That's when they played that night game.
Thursday night game. Them boys good.
They played that night game. John first gym. That's the only reason I remember it. I got Roddy White.
Oh, shit, I don't remember him either. What happened to him? Shout out to him, though. He's a legend.
Vic getting locked up. Who the hell gonna throw to me now? Oh yeah, Matt Ryan for a couple years.
Yeah,
Julio happened to him. Yeah, Julio happened to him. Yo, you got to get the fuck out of here. We got nothing.
I remember when they both had the dreads. It was hard to tell them apart a little bit.
Until one started getting 300 yards. Like, oh
yeah, that's him. That's Julio.
That's Julio. Y'all got anything? Oh, we traded for a pitcher. Did y'all see that? Oh yeah, it's fresh from Kansas City. See if I can find it. Yeah, Jonathan Hensley.
Where's what's name? Where's the two thumbs down? 2 thumbs down.
Trying.
Wait, hold on.
Trying what? To lose?
Who is this nigga? Jonathan Hensley. You sure it's not Jameson Hensley?
Nah, that's the reporter, right?
Yeah. Who is this Jonathan guy?
Came from Kansas City.
David Hensley? Who is this guy? Hold on. This was today, a trade from today?
Today, yeah.
You're second early. Jonathan Heasley from the Royals.
Heasley.
I was Googling. I'm like, who is this nigga?
Heasley.
Okay.
Still X. Yeah.
Were you able to? Is he like a minor league arm?
We traded a minor league arm for him, but it was right before we got on.
They said he made 12 appearances with the Royals last year. He didn't start any games. Had a 7.20 ERA. He only pitched 15 innings. Struck out 9, walked 2. Say it was up and down all season when Kansas City started the year in AAA.
So this is American Fuji.
When you started, but now you just got.
It's American Fuji. We're gonna hope and will his way into success. Man, I'm seeing people get Soto.
Yo,
Shohei. Don't get me his.
The winner that the Diamondbacks I have.
Just gave me
What the Diamondbacks get?
They just been re-signing their young talent and yeah.
Yo, they said Heasley only season as a starter. Well, he was a starter in 21 and 2022, and 2022 is only full season. I'm sorry. He went 4-10 with a 5.28 ERA.
Oh my God.
Starts.
It's fucking the pasta.
I'm reading something here. I'm reading something here. They saying he'll probably be a reliever with us or something like that. But again, it's like, why are we looking for these these 7 ERA over 5 ERA guys to come in and see if we can tinker with them for better results? Like it's worked in the past for us, and we do have good pitching system and pitching coaches, analytics department, all that stuff, and we got the wall. But fam, we ain't tired of basement shopping. Like
we not even used to winning.
We got swept.
We're not even used to winning and being in the playoff. We still moving like, yo, we a 40-win team. Let's just get who we can get.
This is the time to apply pressure.
Elias trying to find diamonds in a rough and shit. That's what exactly trying to find somebody that nobody else wanted or that can get it for cheap and hopefully have a emerging season in that bullpen. That's what he's thinking.
They gotta figure out what they want to do. If you ain't gonna pay the young guys, put some money into other positions.
Somebody. Yeah,
the only way I'll accept being cheap in this regard is if we're saving up for the guys we need to save up for. But if we ain't even gonna pay them, don't give me no guy with no 7 ERA. Nothing. Because I saw Fuji, and all the hope in the world. Oh, he throws hard. He's gonna be a valuable reliever in our system. No, he's not. Where's Fuji now? Did he get re-signed? Was he a free agent?
If I'm him, I'm trying to get to the Dodgers.
I'm Shohei.
Some of that rebound. Yeah. What?
Hi.
What? I am Shohei. But bitch, I am Shohei.
Don't ask no questions.
What? From Jeremy Lin. I am Shohei. Y'all got anything else before we get up out of here? Yeah.
They said
Yada Wamba. Yada Wamba. You don't even play base, bitch.
Said Geno active, but he probably don't start. He just dressed. And Jalen Hurts
sick too.
He got sick.
He playing.
That Philly bug.
Yo, does Dean Kremer
showed up in a Jordan outfit?
Yo, does Dean Kremer make the rotation next year?
Yeah, probably. I mean, this rotation that we got now, hell yeah.
I was about to say, yeah, we need somebody.
He might be the motherfucker number 2.
I'm about to say, yeah, Bradish and him. Bradish and him.
Right, yeah.
Oh, Grayson. Yeah, right. Dean still might be number 2.
Depending on what type of spring you have, right?
What Grayson we getting?
Yeah, I'm sorry. That range is serious. It scarred me for life, man. I ain't never.
That was so bad.
That was so hyped for no reason.
We was all hyped. That was so bad. Oh man.
Back to NBA though.
Yeah. Send the video.
Yeah, man. Send the video, man.
Yo, I am gonna come on here and just straight up say I do not blame Zion and I do not blame Ant because I don't know what I would do with that much money. I don't.
Yeah, they be finding the nearest blow up dog and be going crazy.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I might do, but at least it would be like, come on, man. Come on, man.
It wouldn't be with them. Whatever I'm doing,
put some respect on our name. Put some respect on my name now.
Allegedly, my IG Explore page, allegedly.
You wow.
Allegedly. I might not have an IG, but if I did, and you saw my Explore,
I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't know.
Just saying. If you follow me and you follow them, you see that nothing double pop, pop.
Never seen you on IG, so never seen you on IG.
Allegedly.
Yo, them boys is wild. Yo.
That's the only thing that they got a issue with.
Shorty said I want to sleep. He said the video.
Yeah, about that. Send the video.
Send the video, man.
Yo, asking somebody to send the video in that context is hilarious. Yo, I don't care about nothing else. Just send me that's all I need to see. Wash it down, baby. Yo, he is crazy, but hey, in younger years, man.
I mean, this is another topic for I'm not going.
You know, this is Nitty After Dark. My bad, yo.
So
Willa Don Black.
We still live right now.
So what you gonna do?
Willa Don Black is crazy.
Don Black is funny.
Well, they used to get on Don Black wilding. But seriously, what you gonna do? So what you gonna do?
I'm glad
that man hit the Drake. Yo, how you gonna force a baby to be in the world that don't want to be?
He's pretty good.
Hey, man, listen. He shook that off, and the Timberwolves are having their best season in years. I don't think that's a coincidence. That man's hooping like his life depended on it.
Because it is.
Or somebody else's life depended on it. I don't know, but shit.
Man, she took that 100,000 buddy in 9 months.
100K kind of steep. Golly, that's just like for motivation.
I don't know how much that proceed. I don't know how much that proceed.
You got to pay to get a job done. You got to pay.
How many of them is you getting?
You got to pay. 50 might not cut it.
You getting?
50 might not cut
Is this a multiple step procedure? Like, many times you gotta go sit down on the table.
Pay to play is hilarious because all he want to do is play. Like he don't want no responsibilities. I respect. I feel him though.
What? With you?
Hey,
have a baby by you?
The youth. Message to the youth, man. Like y'all don't have to go down this road. Like you see Melo, you see Ant, you see Zion. Y'all don't have to be this horny, young and horny, man. Like it's relax. It's gonna come. Don't worry. Like y'all ain't the first rich niggas with money.
Yo,
There's been a long lineage of those type of men.
Better yet, just leave the thoughts alone. Go find you something with like 500 followers or something.
If you going
something low key,
You're trying to give them the game, and you niggas are crazy. You
like for real, like stop, leave the thoughts alone.
See, now here's my thing.
Yo said go to Target.
Right.
Whole Foods, baby.
Where the betting is, usually where the betting, all the sheets.
All
the sheets. Now here's my thing. If the supermarket on Sunday, if you're going to mess with women of the night, I'll say it like that.
Yo,
they just gotta look better, yo. They just gotta look better. See, I ain't mad at PJ Washington. I ain't mad at PJ. Ever stress she giving you, I'm pretty sure you got on the back end. It was worth it. Dion bringing her to talk to the children. I mean, I saw a video of that young lady that got that 100,000 from behind and say, "Yo, Aunt,
He likes
never
ants.
seen a shot.
He likes ants.
Ants like, and they never seen a shot. He ain't like."
that's a real video.
Oh yeah, that video real.
Hell yeah, you can. All right. We had a little fun. We're going to get up out of here.
Hey,
Last commercial break.
Ain't that Keith baby mother T y'all said? That's what
yeah, Chief Q, baby. Hey, man. Prayers and love to everybody. Best wishes.
See, but that nigga from Chicago, I ain't. And you should be better. I'ma just say that. Yo, if I gotta share a baby mother with fucking Chief Keef, I'm doing something wrong.
Yo, Eskimo brother, Chief Keef, that's crazy.
That's that shit I don't like.
Brand activations, business openings, recently engaged or any new life event that deserves a celebration. Start planning with Penn Jones Event. Owner and principal planner Paige guarantees a fun and stress-free planning experience, managing every event aspect, including budgets, timelines, vendor negotiations, event design, and more. Penn Jones Events is a full-service wedding and event planning company based in Mill. We curate extraordinary events tailored to you. Let's start planning today. For a free 30-minute consultation, visit ppjevents.com.
Good show, fellas. Good show.
Hey, Keith, I just seen that video you put in the chat. That's funny as shit. With Zion and Ant.
Yeah.
They might be, yeah. Good show, fellas.
My treacherous little twin.
Wow. These young boys, man. Wow.
Oh, man, yo, it just would have been better if they was in the same draft class. Then that would have been great.
Hey, Melo and Ant.
Them number one picks, boy. Them number one picks, they don't be playing. The number one picks, they don't play.
It's this new generation though, because you wasn't hearing this like you just started hearing this like
it's just social media.
It was happening. It was definitely happening.
It was happening, but it wasn't getting out.
Yeah. I remember when Kobe was when he was a young Laker. I remember there's a video of him talking to kids at a camp saying, "Yo, get yourself a wife because everything else is just distractions. So how you gonna improve and become your best self? And you got all these distractions. Just get yourself a wife that you can go home to. Blah blah blah."
Like if you going,
these kids ain't doing none of that.
Yeah, if you going to shoot, like if y'all know how like that Mavericks team that had Jim Jackson and Jason Kidd and Jamal Mashburn and why they broke up. See, that's what you do that over, Tony Braxton. That's what you do that over. Yeah, that's why.
I do that.
Yeah,
big time.
Yeah, that. Come on, yo.
Sing me a song. Sing me a lullaby, mama.
Go sit down with Cat and figure out how to do this. And I never thought I would say that. Go sit down with Big Purr. He'll teach you some things.
Yo, is Big Purr the person of reason here? Like, wow, Big Purr.
He shoot that. Maybe he is the best.
Jordan Woods.
Maybe
he is
Jordan
the best
big man shooter. Maybe
I ain't heard a word out of her either. Like that's how I like it.
He took her away from the Kardashians. Yo, sit down with Cat. Hey, we appreciate everybody that listens live, everybody that checks out the podcast. If you view us on YouTube, we appreciate you. Comment, like, and subscribe. We'll be back on Friday, same place, same time. Until then, stay safe and be blessed. We are out.